Rolling.
Hi, I'm Dr. Steenblock, and what can I say? You and I are awash, there's a word, awash, totally inundated with information. Medical information, health information, political information, some of which is true, some of which is not. Some people are trying to sell you all kinds of things, so they exaggerate like crazy, and most of us, though, are just trying to survive and do as well as we can. And I thought I'd start off with just some simple things that I've discovered recently that can help a lot of people. One of which is that everybody over the past, maybe say past the age of 45 or 50, seems to be gaining weight. And you know, one of my people here at the office was saying that when he went to church, all of the men in his age group had this big belly on them, and he was the only one in the whole group that, I don't know, 20 people or so, 20 men, that he was slim and trim, and he was the only one out being active, running around. He coaches soccer and whatnot, so he was able to lose weight and keep it off and get back into exercising and running around and doing things that a normal, healthy person should be doing. And these older folks are generally not, and part of that is because of just inactivity and eating too much. And so as part of that, you get what are called cytokines, or inflammatory kind of compounds that are generated by the fat. One of the ways that I tell people to tell if that's going on for you is to lay on your bed tonight or whenever. Just go to lay on your stomach, and as you lay on your stomach, reach in and grab your belly like this and just squeeze hard. And when you squeeze real hard on that fat, you feel a lot of pain in the middle of where you're squeezing. That indicates that you're making cytokines. These are inflammatory molecules that cause hypertension, atherosclerosis, arthritis, etc., etc. And so this is where all this inflammation is coming from. And so if you just get rid of the fat, you're going to be a whole lot better off. Your blood pressure is going to come down. You're going to have a lot less chance of having heart attacks and stroke and dementia, etc., etc. One of the tricks that I've discovered is, here's a little paper I was just reading about how insulin, insulin is used for treatment of diabetes, and anybody who's got diabetes, really bad diabetes type 1, has to have insulin shots. And generally they consider that insulin shots can actually help put on weight, because insulin helps bring glucose into the muscles and fat. And so the more insulin you can take, somebody who's really failing, starving, if you put them on a high caloric diet, plus give them a shot of insulin prior to their eating, that will cause them to gain weight. And so that's a trick that some doctors like myself who learned how to take care of people who are frail and falling apart, we sometimes use as a little dose of insulin. Well, you would think then that would be bad for anybody and everybody, but it turns out that they've been discovered recently that if you take a small amount of insulin and put it up into your nose, actually you get all kinds of different improvements, and that is, one is it helps you lose weight. Wow. Interesting, huh? And you only have to do it like once a day. And besides that, it actually makes your brain work better and you get smarter. And so it's a treatment that for anybody who wants to have their intelligence improved, and God knows we all need that. And then if you have somebody who's got like Parkinson's or Alzheimer's or ALS or MS or any of these neurological conditions, autism, cerebral palsy, any and all of these kind of cases can use the same material. And so today I just thought I'd mention that we can do that and make that for you. So if you're interested in having a syringe of insulin that you just, it's a very simple technique. You lay down and last thing at night or first thing in the morning, you can lay down in your bed and just put it into your nose, and we'll give you a video to show you how to do it. It's very simple, and you drip it in there, and you leave it in there for 10-15 minutes, and away you go. And you have, over time, it takes about a month to start seeing the improvements, so it's not something that the first time you take it you're going to have all kinds of energy, but give it a little time and you should see improvement in your weight, and that should be coming down when you're doing this, and it also should improve your memory and intellect. And so try it out, and it doesn't cost much to do. So I think it's well worth trying for all of us who are overweight and have a little help. They need a little bit of help with their memory and their intelligence.